What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackalope, Rob Ricks. I'm here with a special EDC breakdown using the Maxpedition Wolfspur. Ow! So anyway, I'm going to keep this review PG-13 because I want this to go out wide and far. So I'm not going to use my normal colorful vocabulary. But I do want to show you guys all the goodies. Yes, all the goodies that I've got here. So this is how my bag is configured now. So you notice I've got my patches on here. I've got some of my, I got my Alien vs. Predator on here. I got my little guppy sitting down here, strapped to the molly down here. I've got my flashlight. Boom! Over here I've got my Leatherman, right? I've got a few of my little pieces to, my Angry Jackalope stuff, my Reliant Collective. And then over here, this is normally where you would carry your bottles. This is usually the one I usually carry, but I don't use this very often, so I decided it was a waste of space. So what I've got in here is I've got, Brachimo. I've got another flashlight. I've got a little notebook to keep my ideas and stuff in, with my 1776 United leather patch done by Dan Skins. And that's it, okay? So now we'll go ahead and move on to the center pocket right here. Notice this beautiful little pull. Pull this down. So inside here I've got nothing other than a face mask and some gloves. I got some little latex gloves in here. I have those sitting there in case I have to, deal with somebody who's down on the ground and I don't want to, get bodily fluids on me or anything else. But inside of this is normal. I throw my cell phone. Okay? Go ahead and close that up. All right, let's go up in the front here. Up in the front. Let's go up in the front. So here I've got little USB powered Bluetooth keyboard, okay, that controls stuff on my phone. Sometimes I have to do some shell scripts. I have to do stuff where I log in with SSH, so I need to have an actual full keyboard to be able to get down and rock and roll. All right, take it off. All this time, still got stickers on it. Get off, sticker. Okay, there we go. Back in action. I got some medicine, just some, headache shit, headache crap. And then I got some batteries, more batteries for the different flashlights that I carry. And then I also have, what's right here? I forgot what's right here. Oh, I got a little lighter. Flame on! Okay, that's it. And then I got a little burn cream. That's it. Okay? Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and close this guy. Close. There we go. Now, let's open up in here. Boom. Okay. This is where a little bit more stuff. So I got my Havilon scalpel basically with backup blades here. I've got a little emergency blanket. I've got a little package of Kleenex. Inside of this, well, I'll get to that in a minute. I got some of my Oakley gloves. I've got some self-grooming stuff here, fingernail clippers, things of that nature. Got my little med kit right here. I've got my little black thing with handcuffs, things like that, in case I run into somebody I need to, lock them down until the cops show up. Open this up. Inside of here, got some big bandages. Let's see, is there anything else in there? No, nothing else in there. Okay, now open this clear guy. Inside of here, I've got my Hank, Angry Jackalope Hank. I've got, I got some New Skin liquid bandage. I've got my little Olight flashlight, which is really cool. This is the one that goes all the different modes, super bright, right? Take that off. Look at it glow. Look at it glow. It's so sexy, and it's all magnetic. Sticks to stuff. Okay, so that's it. Now we got one pocket left, which is the, you know, the concealed carry pocket. Okay, hang on. Oh, and I also had some chapstick. Chapstick! Or Blistex. It's not chapsticks. Blistex medicated lip balm. Don't want to call it by the wrong thing. So, I got a little Deadpool right there. Bam. Come up here. Unzip this big zipper here. Ta-da. Now, inside of here, I've got my little journal. Got some more bandages. I have everything kind of strategic, so I know where things are at. I've got my drawing pens that I use in conjunction with my journal. I've got my Cut 4.0. I never leave home without it. I've also got my Topps Cat with the black and red bullseye. And what else we got in here? I've got these little handy towels. You just add water to them and they expand into like towels. And then I've got quite a bit of Gorilla duct tape kind of rolled up here in case I need some duct tape. And that's it. Oh, I think I have one more pocket. Yeah, I have this pocket right up here. This is one that's easy access for me to get. And what I have here is a Schrade. Come on. I have a Schrade SEHF 53B, 503B. You can tell I got a little bit of grime on here from using it to cut stuff open and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's what I have inside of here. And this guy, you know, is very comfortable. Now, what problems did I experience with this bag? Okay. So as it being a sling bag, and I carry it on me, it's very comfortable for like the first 10 minutes. And then I personally, Rob Ricks, have a problem with it because as it's swinging on my back, it creates a little bit of an imbalance for me, and I've got a bad back. So what I found was if it swings free, it's problematic for me. It makes my back start to hurt a little bit. But it has this sternum strap, okay? And when I use the sternum strap, see, I got it folded back up nice and neat now because I don't necessarily like to use it. When I use the sternum strap and it's holding really tight on me, it's all good. But the problem then becomes it's all hugging my body, and you know, my jello starts spilling over on it, and it's not very sexy looking. So what I do now, and it's a testament to some of the other things that they've done, is I will carry it while I'm walking with this, with the handle. And since I'm not carrying a lot of weight on it, it's not that big a deal. Compared to some of the other bags that I load up, this one is relatively no big deal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay everything out here that I have, that I carry with me on a regular, and then that way I can point it out, show some things to you, and you'll see why I have what I have in here, okay? Because it's kind of a combination of, this is an EDC with a review of the bag itself, right? So let me move some of this other stuff off the table here. That way I can get everything in. Move you over here for a second. Move you down here. Part of med. That. Flashlight. Gloves. Keyboard. Journal. Flashlight again. Where's medical? Medical. Here we go. Alright. So that is basically it. So let me get in here. Now point it out. So this stuff that's right here, that's the keyboard, and I use that all the time. My little journals for keeping notes and stuff, that's super duper important to me. You know, I always have notes that I'm writing. Kleenex, you know, a lot of times my kids or somebody, they get a runny nose, they get sick. I don't get sick very often, but they do. And so I keep this with me in case somebody has a runny nose. Or it's also good, like if there's an emergency and I had it on the side of the road and I gotta take a crap or something, I can use some of that balled up and use it as like in a pinch toilet paper, right? Okay, so then I also got this one, which I showed you guys before, but some of you might be new. So inside of this, I've got stuff like a little pry bar, I've got a little glass breaker cutter, I got some saw stuff for my Leatherman, I've got a couple of these little ceramic, or not ceramic, these aluminum tubes, have medicine, little tools and things like that. On this side I have a full set of handcuffs, okay, and that's what's inside of this guy. I've got regular bandages right here, which also is part of my medical stuff, emergency blanket, part of my med stuff. Okay, so let me open this guy up. Alright, so I have more medicine here. I've got stuff for suturing. I've got stuff to clean wounds, and just a lot of wound treatment inside of this little med kit right here, okay? Then I've got bigger bandages that I can use to kind of throw down on some stuff in case there's a problem, like my kids fall and scrape their knees up or elbows up. That seems to be kind of the prevalent problems that my kids face on a regular basis. Duct tape, you can never have enough duct tape, and duct tape's always important. You could use that for wound stuff too as well if you needed to. New skin, you know, this one's pretty good for cleaning the wounds, and then, you know, for good, like little small cuts and stuff like that. Handy towels, there was a bunch more in this. I've ended up using quite a bit of it. I basically put a little water on it and the thing opens up to 9.5 inches by 10 inches, and it's really, really useful. Okay, knife wise, you know, got a folding knife, fixed knife, another fixed knife, and a last fixed knife. Why so many knives? Because a lot of times I roll with my family, and the idea is redundancy, making sure I have equipment in people's hands that can actually utilize the equipment. Same deal, flashlight. Got a flashlight, got another flashlight. 2 different flashlights, multiple batteries to make sure I have these flashlights covered. I usually also have lights on me already, but, you know, again, more is better than none, right? I've got Hank, gloves, scalpel blade, pins, lip balm, and then stuff for like fingernail clippings and things of that nature. And that pretty much is everything that I have in my everyday carry. So my EDC, that's my full EDC loadout, and it doesn't even fill up the entire bag. It's probably 60% of the bag is filled up. I have a lot more room, but I don't like to overfill the bags because then it get really heavy and cumbersome, and I lose, you know, it's just too much at that point. What else could I put in there? I could put fire stuff in there if I wanted to. The reality is, there was a fire thing in there. It was my lighter. Where'd my lighter go? Where did my lighter go? I don't know where the lighter went. I must have put it back in the bags. Anyway, yep, I must put it back in the bag. So I do have that one fire piece right there. Usually whenever I'm rolling, I also have stuff like here. I got my wallet. That's just a bunch of ads. Another knife on my neck, flashlight. Geez, here's another knife, which is the opposite. This is the silver version of that Schrade blade that I showed you earlier. Let's see, what else do I have in these pockets? Because this is all part of my EDC. Another pin. So I got a pin there. Down here I've got a knuck in my pocket. For those who don't know what a knuck is, it's kind of like brass knuckles. You know, but this one's made out of carbon fiber. So it goes like that, and if there's a problem, it's the attitude adjuster, right? Let's see what else. What else is usually on me? Oh, another multi-tool. A pocket full of batteries. This batteries correspond with my recorder. I usually have a digital recorder on me because sometimes I'll be interviewing people and having conversations with them and things of that nature. I got one more pocket here. That's it. Okay, so that, and then of course, my big blade that I always walk around with, that's always on my waist, is my M4X Punisher. So at any given moment, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Have 9 blades on me. I know, it's a bit on the extreme side, but I always roll with that redundancy in mind. So I've got 9, but I usually roll with 5, okay? And I know at least 2 of the 5 have a knife on them. So that gives a little bit more than 2.2 knives for every single member of my crew, my family, my wife, and my 3 children, in case we need a knife, okay? Flashlight wise, I've got 3 that are on me at all times. You know, in the car, there's a couple more flashlights. So 3 with a couple more, that's 5. So every member in the family. So you see what I'm doing with my EDC. My EDC is not just to load me out, but it's also to load the family out. So anyway, that's it. I love the bag. The AGR Wolfspur, after using it for about a week now, is definitely Angry Jackalope approved. I love this bag. But like I said, if you've got a bad back, if you've got a really jacked up, like I got L4, L5 blown on mine, you want to strap it to your sternum so that it doesn't swing when you walk, because that swinging motion kind of pulls you off a little bit, and that could be problematic. So make sure you strap it to your sternum so that it's held tight to you, so when you're walking it's not that big a deal on your body. I would really love to test out their backpack, because I think the long run, I think the backpack is going to suit me a lot better with the way that my back is. But anyway, that's it for now. If you like it, please subscribe, tell all your friends far and wide. Until next time, please be good to each other and good to yourself.